that we all feel rather traumatized at the moment. We've gone through a lot of trauma in Nigeria, in Lagos in particular, and I know you're all feeling the pain from that building that collapsed in Lekki. Everybody has their assumptions, everybody has their presumptions. But fundamentally, each and every one of us, and I know people who knows people who die there. It's one of those tragedies where it's only like, if it's not close to you, it's only a couple of degrees away from you. And that's why I want to talk about it. And even if you don't know of anybody that died there, you certainly felt it in your soul. I know you. I know my listeners. I know how you all feel so passionate about Nigeria. And even more so, you feel so passionate about the things that are wrong with our country. My guest today wrote one of those, you get one of those missives, or they call it write-ups, that's shared on social media. Hers in particular touched me. And so I had to ask her to come in. And I'm going to read it to you very quickly. It's titled, A Cry of a Concerned Citizen. What happened with the collapse of the 21 floors building on Gerald Road, Ikoyi, will remain indelible in our hearts as we once again witness the senseless loss of lives and properties through insatiable greed of developers and negligence on the part of the authorities concerned. She goes on to say, these are avoidable incidents if only we can do the right thing and learn to hold people accountable and culpable. I wish therefore to commend the governor for the quick actions taken so far in cutting short his travels, suspending the GM of LASBAC, LASBCA LASBACA or LASBAC, and setting up the high-powered Judicial Commission of Inquiry. It is a sign of more good things to come. It is my prayer that the searchlight should be extended and beamed in all directions. For example, in Osborne Foreshore 2, the residents have taken it upon themselves to be the whistleblowers. It has gotten to the stage that concerned regulatory bodies are more interested in muting the whistle than to listen or act on what the whistle is saying. The incident of the Gerard Road building collapse has justified the need to revisit all the issues being raised by Osborne 2 residents. I'm sure Lekki residents, the one that went down in Lekki 2 will probably join with that, and you may have seen their pictures. It's actually their pictures that also got to me. Lekki Gardens, that's what it was called. These includes overbuilding, overdevelopment, environmental degradation, unstable nature of lands and its load-bearing capacity, land reclamation, flooding in the estate, low infrastructure, and reversal of the reversal of the approval order to not more than 5 floors, as with originally contemplated and been advocated by the residents of Osborne 2. We feel, she goes on to say, that the time to act is now. Some ongoing developments within the estates are ticking time bombs, like the one we just witnessed, like the one that's breaking our hearts, I say. A particular developer has continued to overbuild, overdevelop in the estate, thereby endangering the lives and properties of residents. Osborne Phase 2 has many similarities, listen very carefully. Osborne Phase 2 has many similarities with the collapsed building in many spheres. The estate has, on several occasions, brought acts of the developer which contravene the law and the planning guidelines to the attention of the authorities. And up to this moment, nothing has been done by the authorities. On an occasion when the properties were sealed off, listen very carefully, The same was opened after 2 days on the grounds of allowing the builder scale down development. Instead, work continued with gusto in violation of planning laws. It is ongoing as I write in Lagos State. Where approval is given, this developer had gone ahead to triple and or even quadruple the number of units that was permitted by repartitioning the design layout and advertising same for sale. Off plan, yet nothing happens in Lagos State. We were told that the building on Gerrard Road was sealed off for 4 months to conduct an integrity test. It was later unsealed, and now a catastrophe has happened. What happened? Even the single lane entrance into that huge complex of 3 towers with a total of 51 floors should be a source of concern to every decent, sane mind. One can only easily see how this restricted access has hampered the rescue movements and efforts. We have a similar situation in Osborne being advertised by the same developer under many guises and names. Only recently I was slammed with the threat of 50 billion suit as a result of the activities of some 3 party unknown to me who called the misdeeds of the developer in overbuilding as quote unquote glorified slum and other misdeeds of the developer. I guess thinking the mission of the third party was in consonance with what the residents of Osborne Foreshore 2 have also requested. The developer is threatening to sue me. That is my guest, by the way. You will hear from her in a minute. For representing those speaking the truth to power and money. Evil will continue to thrive when good men and women refuse to speak up. It is my considered opinion that the impunity and the fire brigade approach which continue in this country unless and until we learn to hold people accountable and culpable. I would therefore appeal to the laborers that lost their lives and their widows are not quickly forgotten. All lives matter. I wish to appeal to our governor, His Excellency Governor Sanwo-Olu, to prove the bookmakers wrong and set a lasting example with the collapse of this 21 floors building on Gerrard Road, Ikoyi. The white paper, and this is where it gets really interesting, the white paper should be made public and there should be no sacred cows. I appeal for a visit to Osborne Phase 2 for an on-the-spot assessment. A stage in time, my guest, Mrs. Chinwe Ezenwa-Mbah, who is a legal practitioner, says, a stitch in time saves 9. Welcome, Chinwe.
Very much.
When I read that write-up for you, it charged so many emotions in me. You know, you gave solutions, you expressed the problems, you identified what should be done, you appealed to the governor, you called him by name and reached. That write-up of yours has gone viral.
Thank you.
People are sharing it. Now, do you think, let's even go back to what's going on in Osborne, because you, for me, are a symbol of Osborne to Lekki Gardens. The other one, in fact, many of you may not know because the news has been about Ikoyi. The day after Ikoyi, another building collapsed in Osakpa, London. And all the other buildings that have collapsed are even the school that went down in Lagos Island just a few years ago. And it goes on and on. I mean, I could spend the hour and a half of this show reeling out names and I probably would never run out. What do you think needs to happen?
Good afternoon, viewers, and thank you for having me. I will start with honestly commiserating with our governor and the families of those that lost their life. Actually, Femi is a friend of mine also.
Okay.
Yes, I knew him.
Femi Oshibono, who
Yes.
was the developer
Yes.
of the Ikoyi building
I
that
knew him
collapsed.
about 12 years ago.
Right.
Yes, when he built the house in Mosley Street.
That's
Mosley.
Shalom Homes.
Yes.
Yes.
And what happened, I still maintain could be avoided. It's avoidable thing that we ought to look out for, so that we don't start crying after the spilled milk.
Correct.
So many men went out that day and women to work. They have families.
Yeah.
They have children.
Yeah.
They are looking for their daily bread. Just the little they ask Nigeria for. Nigerians don't ask so much. And where are they now? Dead.
Yeah.
And what could lead to this? I can easily say it's a simple greed.
Greed. And that's why today's show is titled Why Greed and Vanity Kills. Go ahead.
Yes, it really kills. Because we could have stopped where we ought to stop. In this particular case, there are other 15 floors, we are told, and then now this 21.
Yes, because it's 3 blocks in that
Yes.
complex. Yes.
Even in planning sense, it doesn't make sense to me to have 15 floors and then one of them is 21.
It's towering over the other 2.
Yes, and you are living in the same premises. It wouldn't make sense if I'm to live there. And going by what has happened, I just pray that the inquiry, the commission of inquiry set up, really go out to search for the truth and nothing but the truth.
Amen. Let me ask you, you've had problems, and from what you wrote, you've reported these problems to the planning regulators and all the authorities concerned, who are supposed to take these things seriously. What was your complaint with regards to Osborne, and what was the response?
Thank you. Years back, before 2013, that the approval order was changed, Osborne is a low density. It's still a low density. And
Osborne 2.
Osborne 2 is a low density, and it's still a low density. But in 2013, the approval order was changed. But changed that the height now increased. But that notwithstanding, there are still perimeters that were laid out. For instance, in a 1,500 square meter, in a 3,000 square meter land, you cannot build more than 27 units.
Right, and that's the regulation right now.
Yes.
Right, okay.
As it obtains.
As it is, yeah.
Yes. And we have gone to, even with that, and that allows them as much as 40 meters height.
Right.
And we are saying that that height is too much for the porosity in the land.
Right.
Osborne Foreshore Phase 2 is a muddy area that was sandfilled on top of the mud.
Right.
So if you are to build there, you are likely to pile up to 35 meters deep, because you are meeting a lot.
Because the piling is what supports the foundation, is that correct?
Yes.
Right, go ahead.
So where you have piled for, let's say, 28 unit building, and you finish building and you now partition it to up to 76 to 84 units, what have you done? It's overloading. You are definitely overloading it's just a calamity waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. Let's take the case in hand, which really pains me. I cry because I'm a mother. I can imagine my son going to work and not coming back for what is avoidable. Let's take that case, for instance. When you're building it, you would have planned for what the structure can carry, the dead loads, the other light loads and all that. But these things, overnight, you're building, and we have regulatory bodies. During the Fashola's administration, I'm aware, because I'm into property, that there were some parastatals or departments that were unbundled in order to give division to this their work. That's when you now have the LASPA, you have the
LASBAC,
LASBAC and all that. So in order for each one to have grip of what they are supposed to do. But I don't think that's the case now, because everything has gotten muddled up in my own thinking. We had this case of the same developer building multi-story buildings.
The same developer in Osborne that you complained in Osborne.
Yes.
You complained about, or the one in Ikoyi?
No, in Osborne now.
Right,
in Osborne, building multi-story building that is being partitioned into piecemeal of 2 bedroom, of 1 bedroom, in order, and we have complained to the authorities. We have evidence. We have written. Even on one of the occasions where we were allowed into one of their properties to take an inspection, they admitted themselves that they have 50 units there. But upon counting, it's more than 50 units.
And they only have approval for 50?
No, they have that place, the approvable unit is 28.
Wow. So they've already almost doubled it at 50.
Yes. The approvable.
And yet they've now gone over 50.
Yes. And that has been going on. We called on the ministries, they've been there. Rather, instead of attending to these issues, at a stage we were asked to submit our own building plans. If we don't submit our own building plans, every resident must submit. It became
the authorities said that to you, so it basically became a witch hunt against those who are.
If you don't do this, we cannot do anything. And we submitted. We called on a meeting, and then those who have, and then it died a natural death. Nothing. And we have paid. There has been several meetings, and after each meeting we are told, even after the scaling down, even after the sealing, the property was unsealed after 2 days.
So when your residents complained, they sealed it, and then it was unsealed after 2 days. What's the reason?
We were told that that's to give them room to scale down.
And did they scale down?
No,
instead,
they rather scaled up.
They went up.
Yes. As at that time, they have not even gotten to 50 units. But as at today, they have 76 units with 4 floors that are open floors, which can still, because when we went for the inspection, it was just, artificially done.
Divided, prefab.
Exactly. In order for us to do whatever, and then they continue. But we must have the willpower to face these things.
Absolutely.
And that is what we need.
Thank you. Let me read out the numbers. Female line 01465 7190. The general number is 0700 993 993 993. And the WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. You can watch us on Facebook at Nigeria Info FM and on our website www.nigeriainfo.fm. See, when I listen to you, Chinwe, I hear so many other voices. I hear so many other residents. I hear so many other citizens. I hear many who can not just identify with what you're saying, who are probably going through the same thing, who have shouted loud, who have complained, who have put it in writing, who are close to writing it in blood, and nobody's answering them. And then I then hear the cries of families, the cries of the families of the lives that have perished in Ikoyi as a result of possibly, and we do know there's investigation going on, but so I have to say possibly, as a result of something that's possibly resembling what you've just told us about. And that in itself, I have to ask listeners, when greed and vanity meets, who do we hold responsible? Who do we hold responsible when greed meets with vanity, both of which are offsprings of corruption, and it leads to the death of innocent, hardworking people? Because guess what? As I say to everybody, somebody is loved by somebody out there. Every single person has somebody who loves them. So who do we hold responsible? What can be done about the building regulations, Chinwe?
I think the first and foremost is to, like I said, hold people accountable and culpable. In 2016, a building like this collapsed in Lekki, killing 34 people.
Yes.
That same building, the people were charged to court. And years after, we had in court that there was settlement, and the settlement to now pay, and only 5 people out of 34 were recognized as dead, and we were told that's the people they could identify. At the end of the day, nobody has paid for that, and nobody is cooling his heels somewhere.
Yeah. And I want to ask you this, because you are a legal practitioner, so you're very well versed in the law. Is there a law that needs to be amended in order to make sure that when people are held responsible, they actually do the time and pay for this crime? Is there a law that we need to change, or does the law already exist?
There is no law to be amended or changed. Nigeria has multiple of them that covers what we're discussing now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the willpower to bring this to Nigeria is a place where you do things and know that there's no repercussion from the arms of the law, and as such you go on to do those things. The laws are there.
Mm-hmm.
What murder is murder anywhere.
Yeah.
Either in the criminal code or in the penal code,
Mm-hmm.
is murder. And if your act, either your act of negligence or otherwise, have constituted that, then there is no need. The laws are there to take you up on that.
Okay.
But what do happen is that what we called in the Nigerian palace the Nigerian factor.
The Nigerian factor.
Yes.
At that point, let me answer a call. I'm answering your calls, people. The number, you know it. First call. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Fromz. I'm calling you from Lagos Island.
Okay, I need you to speak up a little, please.
My name is Fromz. I'm calling from Lagos Island. First time caller.
Oh, hello. Welcome. Talk to me.
Thank you. I really want to commend the guest. What she has written is truly is a very emotional one and serious one.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, how we showed Lagos State government, normally in Nigeria, if something happens like this,
mm-hmm.
that very moment, the action will be taken,
mm-hmm.
after which nothing will be done again about it.
Mm-hmm.
So they will just end up everything for the building, the people that died there is already developer that they even know his name, that they can recognize him. If you're talking about compensation, I believe and I know you'll be the only person that they will compensate his family.
Mm.
How we should go to that place, that scene, you see families that are crying outside, they don't see their loved ones, and stuff like this. Very emotional.
Yeah.
So, please, I think they should go around, more especially that Ikoyi area, to check most of the building that are building there, as if they want to reach the sky. Seriously, it's not something.
Well, we do have. There is an ambition in Lagos megacity. Yes.
Please, but if they want to change the face of Lagos the way it was before, then they should consider the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
They should consider the foundation, like what she just said, talking about the husband. Seriously, they have to do something about that husband because it's very, very, very dangerous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and please, those behind it, they should arrest them.
They should arrest
all
them.
these people just stop.
Thank you so much. Chinwe, what do you have to say to that? Let me just read out the numbers before I come to you again. The number is 01465 7190. That's the female only line. The general number is 0700 993 993 993. WhatsApp 0809 597 5805. When greed and vanity meet, when they combine, they kill. Hold on, before I come, the lines are going. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Babangida. I'm calling from Apapa.
Babangida, talk to me.
to be sincere, so disastrous and so painful. Well, your guests have really elaborated almost everything.
Yes, her write-up was really incredible.
Exactly. The truth here is that, according to the earlier caller, all these things now happening now, there will be just fire brigade approach just to look for solutions. But just give it 2-3 months, everything will just die down. I don't know why anything that comes up in this country, they just look for politics just to die everything down. Let me favor you so that tomorrow you favor me. That is how it happens. The constitution, the rules and regulations is not being followed in this country. That is why we are where we are today. Just take, for example, now there is a building going on in Apapa, Boma Road, very close to the local government. Exactly that same kind of building. I can't remember how many stories. It's very tall. And if you know Apapa now, Apapa is a very sand-filled area. My sister, come and see this building and see how our work is going. You'll be scared if you see the way it's going. But who do you complain to?
Who do you complain to?
After all, what they know is that they want to create revenue for the state. So you give them whatever they want, then you just put on your mansion. That is what is happening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for calling. Let me answer my call. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Good afternoon.
Morning.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
Sorry, first time caller. Happy to be on the show.
And it's a wait lady. Where's my shoe? My shoe has gone.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Okay,
Yes.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so
What's your name, by the way?
Chinwe, I'll call her best sister. I'm a optimist and I've been listening to her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Hello?
Yes, we're listening.
Okay, so I want to comment on the building that fell. It's such a pity, but then it's more than that. I don't know if we have a system or a structure that dictates where houses should be built, houses should not be built, green areas. You come to a place like Lekki and you find out that houses are just being constructed everywhere. Everywhere is being sand-filled. Trees are being chopped. Houses are everywhere. Is there a law that says, these places are for houses, these places are for green areas, and then the amount of trees that should be left standing, so we can still be able to recycle the air and have fresh air.
And have recreational
houses
spaces.
Are everywhere. Are they taking priority of accommodation over ecosystem? I don't understand. So that's your
question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. You asked some important questions. We're going to try and answer and discuss them. Let me answer more calls. Hello? Hello, are you there? Okay, hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Engineer Haruna Abubakar.
Engineer Abubakar, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm calling from Lagos. I'm in Yabana at the moment.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a civil structural engineer.
Okay.
When you have a collapse, for the past a week now, people have been coming up with all sorts of things. They are all wrong. See, when we have a sudden issues like this, we have to calm down to do a thorough investigation.
Correct.
So, the madam there, I'm happy that she works or knows most about Lagos. We want a mega city for Lagos State.
She doesn't work for Lagos. She's a legal practitioner, but she lives in Lagos. I'm passionate about Lagos. I say she doesn't work for Lagos State. She's a lawyer and she lives in Lagos and she's very passionate about what's going on with the building regulations.
But the issue is this. When as the building collapse now, they are calling engineers, true or false, madam? Now, who call architecture? Who call architect?
Well, let me tell you something. People have asked the question.
I'm driving somewhere, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Where I'm driving to, the Lagos State government, who hold the key of the regulations, they need to sack them and do a thorough thing, because somebody will come with a design, they'll collect money, they'll go back and get another design. No engineer supervising any work, they'll stand for them and they don't investigate, they don't do anything, they don't go to site. This house will have approved for you. When the engineer doing it, Once they pay them in the office, they all sit there in the office. They don't want to know what the owner is doing in the office. That's what is the problem. So please, I'm appealing to the lawyer. Talk to Lagos State government. If you want a bigger city, everything you are doing must be professionalism.
She has actually, engineer, if you've been listening to the show, that was one of the things that she had done. Her and the residents, they had written to Lagos State, written to the authorities. In fact, her letter that she wrote, that I read out at the beginning, is actually addressed to the governor.
God bless you.
Thank you.
She needs to do more, please.
Well, why? Okay, here's the question. She's doing her bit. You're an engineer. What are you a member of any engineering institution?
Yeah. I'm a member of Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Excellent.
I'm a current certified engineer.
Okay.
I'm doing my PhD in civil structural engineering at the University of Lagos.
Excellent. So, what is the Society of Engineers doing about this?
God bless you. When this incident happened on Monday, I went to my branch chat, and the president of Nigerian Society of Engineers and the current, they are from my own division at the Victoria Island here. I talked to them. The first and the last person in the society is an engineer. Even with engineer, we'll take the blame. But why we don't want to apportion the blame to any engineers now is that, when you say civil engineers, my civil engineers are divided into various divisions. We have structural divisions, we have highway division, we have geotechnical division. But name them, there are almost 8 divisions in civil water. But today, somebody wants to assist the brother who is on highway or geotechnics or anything.
So here's the thing. So what again? So did you say that the Society of Engineers the institute that you're part of, have they written a letter to the governor?
On this, yes. Last time we had our conference at Abuja in August. Yes, there was a bill.
That was in August. Has there been a letter since this collapse?
Yes, our society president, Engineer Bakare-Yusuf Mohammed, has been interviewed on one of the media. So he has stated that yes, they are going to investigate on this issue.
Okay.
So they are not resting.
They're not resting. Excellent. Yes. Thank you so much for your contributions. But let me ask you something before you go away.
Yeah, free man.
Are you busy as an engineer? Are you actually busy? Given the number of properties that are going up all around Lagos, are your colleagues and yourself busy? Are you being called upon, or is it that the engineers, experienced engineers, are being ignored?
God bless you, ma. The engineers has been ignored. That's why I told you earlier that when this incident happened now, who are they calling now? They are calling the engineers. Nobody calls architects. See, the mindset. Right.
What you're saying is they blame the engineers. Nobody mentions the architects, and yet nobody's calling you or your colleagues to come and do the work that you have the certificate and the experience to do.
They abandon engineers and focus on the architects.
Yeah.
Stability. When you talk about the stability of the structures, you come to civil structural. That is why some of us that are gathering in the structures were around. They are very good in analysis, but they don't come because of maybe what is he doing that I'm going to pay him this professional fee. They are afraid of programming, and this program fee is very cheap. And at the same time, you can hold the engineer to ransom. Definitely anything goes wrong with your structures. So they have advantage to gain, but people are running away from the engineers.
Thank you.
If we should carry out stability tests on all the high-rise structures in Lagos today, I tell you, 10% will not pass through the test. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you, engineer. Thank you so much. It's been nice to have you, and informative too. So here we go. I have a message here. Is this the one that says good evening? Well, it's good afternoon, and I can understand why you would write good evening. Because of the greed and inhumane behavior of our leaders, young lives are wasted. I lost my best friend in that building that collapsed at Ikoyi. That was his first day as a plumber. Until we start putting square pegs in square holes, these things will never stop. Fred, I am so sorry. And I'm not going to cry. I'm so sorry. Let's answer more calls. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
miss you again. I'm calling from Ireti.
You sound, Obina, where you in? You're in a place, you're sounding a little bit funny. Is that better? Oh, you've cut off. Yeah, we lost you. Sorry. Call back. Hello?
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, my name is Azubike.
Your name is? Your name is?
My name is Azubike.
Azubike, talk to me.
Yes, thank you. See, let me tell the truth about this whole thing that we are just talking about, this building collapsing. This building collapsing is not now that we started hearing this building collapsing. Like a synagogue church that could collapse once.
Yes, synagogue is another one, yes, and it's still in court, by the way.
Then, since that time that synagogue church collapsed and killed many people,
Yes.
I have not seen any concrete evidence that the government have bring out to the people to know that this is what actually happens to that building, that synagogue church that collapsed.
Yes.
And one thing with Nigeria, we don't value life at all. If that we value life, such a thing cannot be repeating itself every year out and year in. Like in America now, look at what happened in that 9/11 attack after everything happened. Americans wake up and they have put up their security network all over America. And anything that wanted to happen in America now, they think we signal them that this is what they want to happen. Despite where they are planning it and where they want to come and attack. But here in Nigeria, if something just happened just now, this one that happened on Monday, we'll just talk about it for just few days or few months. Everything will go and rest. We cannot learn a lesson from there. Like close to my own state here, there's one building that they are building in last 2 years ago. One upstairs. They only deck it up. And where they wanted to construct the one-story building, there's something like iron or pillar that they hold to complete the upstairs. They just started laying block on top of the decking. And after laying that block, then people started living it. People that does not know how the building started, they started building the building. There's 1 year that since it happened now, and that upstairs then maybe breeze or the thing will just collapse. And people may not know the actual.
Have you reported it? Did you report it?
Okay, I'm coming. So when those building emergency agency they came to that particular place, then see how the work is going. They just use that Bible and mark it bad to stop work. Do you know that when they mark that in stop work and they use that their rope to tie that building across, then the next day.
I need to rush you because the lines are literally on fire. Go ahead. I need you to be quick. Yeah.
Work started in that particular building. The only thing that I had later that they have already gone to the office to go and settle them.
Wow.
That is why the work started doing the work.
And which area is this building again?
Sir?
Which area is this building you mentioned?
This building that I'm telling you now is along the Afarogu area.
Where's that?
At New Oshodi there.
Okay, no Shodi. Thank you. Thank you so much for your call. Much appreciated.
The problem that we are facing all those things, government is the cause of the corruption has disrupted the system of the building control agency. They know what they are doing because of the corruption.
I have to cut you short because honestly, the lines are going crazy. All right, and I need to try and fit in more calls, but I appreciate your call. Thank you so much. Let's answer more calls and we're going to make it quick. Gosh, today's going so fast. Hello. Hello. Move to the next one. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
I'm Ezenwa-Mbah. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Go ahead, Eseg. Talk to me.
It's such a sad one that happens to us in this country again on Monday. Sisi Oge,
yes.
I just want to ask a question. What is the job of a geologist? Because
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Before a building is supposed to be constructed, the environment is supposed to be checked. if the ground will be able to carry such story building. Yeah. But now, nobody is doing anything. People go to school, go and study this thing. The next thing you see, I can't pay them the money they are requesting for. Let's just put something on the ground. And that is what is killing us.
Thank you.
We are too selfish.
We are too selfish.
We are greed.
Greed.
We don't want to do the right thing. We don't want to hold ourselves accountable and responsible for anything that happens. You come to my house, you check if I'm using a meter. If I said I'm not using a meter, illegal connection, you just get there, take money and you go. You will not consider my life.
Yeah.
But it's the money. They are after money.
Yeah. Indeed.
The money will finish one day.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Now, let me come to you, Chinwe. Let me read out this message. Good afternoon. Please, this is an eye-opener. There are so many buildings going on that is being built or that are being built without a board showing names of architects, etc. There is one ongoing now at Wulemotu Street, Akoka. That message was from Esther in Akoka. Esther, thank you. Tell me something. See, I asked earlier, did you report? And I know what kind of frustration must be to report. And given that many people have reported, and we've had this experience so many, many times, why isn't there a hotline? Because I think we're getting to the point that we need a hotline, a man hotline that people can report to, and somebody is mandated to investigate every single report. A whistleblower should have a protection to be able to call a line and say, I have just gone past, like Esther here in Akoka, and say, I'm in Akoka, there is this building, there is no board. I mean, that's the first warning. There is no board, and that's a legal requirement. There is no board out here saying who the architect is, who the project manager is, who the engineers are. Can you please come and check it? And a drawing, and you give them the name, the closest address, the landmark, and they should check it. We don't have that hotline, Chinwe.
You see, we don't actually need hotline because people are complaining. In our estate, for instance, we went as far as getting a consultant to do another review of the estate because of the porosity of the ground. And the consultant did this, and it was realized that if at the rates we are going, the infrastructure cannot carry it. The ground cannot carry what is coming in.
Yeah.
Because a small estate of one road, we took it up with Lagos State government and did what is called approval review. And Lagos State government did a stakeholders meeting, and it was agreed that no building should be more than 5 floors.
Right.
Actually, if you want to get that estate sustained, I'm happy that the Lagos State government, he has very laudable ideas, and the issue,
you mean the current governor?
Yes, it's just the people there to execute it,
because he can't do everything himself.
Yes, one of it is sustainable development. You cannot sustain this type of development where you are supposed to build this and you are building the other.
Right.
Like, we then asked for the change in the approval order. That was done since March 2021. The stakeholders meeting was done, and everybody's input was added into it. At the end of the day, we were told under normal climb, under 2 weeks, that approval will be given, so that no building in the estate can go more than 5 floors.
Yeah.
But that is still cooling his leg somewhere in an office at Alausa. And the next is, we then ask, rather what we notice is building approvals are being chunked out every day, giving people to build on a 1,500 square meter land to build a 13-floor building. And this 13th floor, if only they can build that and maintain it, assuming the 13th floor is for the 13 families, what you end up getting is 13th floor will be for 39 families. That's what this developer has been doing. So, and they know that.
Yeah.
But just like one of the callers have said, Nigerian factor comes in.
Nigerian factor comes in.
A property is sealed today and is on sale tomorrow. You ask yourself, what has changed between yesterday and today?
Yeah.
And then, like even the one that collapsed, we were told it was sealed for 4 months
Last
for
year.
integrity test.
Yes.
And then unsealed. What is the result?
Who gave the permission for it to be unsealed?
Unsealed. What is the result of the integrity test?
What
Who
is the
conducted it?
process to getting a building that's been sealed unsealed?
Exactly. So at the end of the day, these are questions I will leave to the commission because they need to unravel all this in order to get to the bottom of it. But
has any of the commissioners in the housing, or the commissioner of housing, or whatever, commissioner of planning, they have so many different names, has any one of them reached out to you at all?
No, we've had several meetings with Commissioner for Physical Planning on
Whose
this
name
issue.
is, what's his name?
Dr. Salako.
Okay.
Yes, we've
And
had.
what is he saying?
No, he did. He was the one that came and sealed the property.
So when it was unsealed, did you inform
He
him?
came and then unsealed it himself.
And now that, so after it was unsealed, and then they even increased the number of units.
Yes.
I'm presuming you told him.
We've written. The
And-
letters are here.
And he didn't respond.
The letters are here acknowledged.
They are acknowledged, but nothing has happened.
Just like one of the issues that came up here, write the name on the what you're building, the structure, the approval number, and all that.
Yeah.
That again became an issue, and we did complain that
Something that is mandatory became an issue.
exactly, and the drawing ought to be there. But what do? They just put up one. You can see even the one that collapsed. You can see the type of thing they put up there. Are the regulatory authorities not seeing that? Was that board put up yesterday?
Exactly.
It's been there. We know the right things to do when we want to do the right
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And that is what is being demanded from this.
Okay. Do we have a live report? Yes? Right. So in less than 1 minute, we're going to have a live report from the site of the Ikoyi building. Yeah, in a few minutes, yes, at 2 p.m. But before that, when it's 2 p.m., I'd like to seek all your indulgence because the building collapsed at about 2 p.m. At 2 p.m., we'll take 1 minute silence and then we will go to the live report. Okay? All right. We're going, yeah.
next governor of the state have signed a peace accord in Awka, the state's capital, ahead of the governorship election tomorrow. Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police Ezenwa-Mbah orders the restriction of non-essential vehicular movements in the state from 11:59 p.m. today to 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. In the meantime, Inspector General of Police warns indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network to steer clear of Saturday's governorship election in the state. And now to our update on the collapsed 21-story building. More than 39 bodies have been retrieved from the rubble. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu declares 3 days of mourning over the collapsed building and all those who died. Still on the building, 3 survivors from Monday's collapse have been discharged. On the foreign scene, Somalia declares a UN envoy, Simon Mulongo, persona non grata and orders him to leave the country within 7 days. Those were the headlines here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Yvonne Okaito.
Lagos, on Monday, a building collapsed in Ikoyi, 21-story. It was meant to be the highest building in Lagos, if not Nigeria. Several lives have been lost. You've just heard the number. Almost 40 lives have been lost. Some are still in hospital. Some have gone home. At this moment, please join us to give 1 minute silence in prayer to remember the souls of the dead. Thank you. And may their souls rest in perfect peace. Thank you, Yvonne. So we're going straight to Emmanuel, my colleague who is on site. Emmanuel is at the Ikoyi site where those lives were lost. Emmanuel is going to give us an update on what's going on. Emmanuel, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Emmanuel. Thank you. Thank you so much. So tell us, what has been happening today so far?
Rescue operation is still going on right now as we speak. The development is that there is not much enough space within the compound that can take the debris from the collapsed building. So they're transferring the debris from the collapsed building into a truck that's taking them out of the area. Ever since they've been just spreading the debris to one side, but right now they have to take them out of this area to create more space for them to dig further and retrieve more bodies as it is right now. We still have the information center and the missing persons form area. I spoke with an official from the missing persons form, the help desk, and they've had only 3 family members, coming to register their names as of today.
Okay, so only 3 family members have registered as of today.
As of today,
okay.
The governor had given a figure of 19 yesterday. If we add that one plus the 3, that makes a total of 22 families presently. But the governor gave the figure as at 1 p.m. yesterday. The persons here are new. These are new persons. These were not the same persons yesterday, so we can actually confirm if, some other persons came in between 1 p.m. to us about 6 or 7 p.m. where the help desk closes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you something, Emmanuel. On Monday, after this tragedy happened, we heard news that the military was going to come in to support the rescue mission. Have you seen any military, any sign?
Military here?
Yes.
We have the Nigerian Air Force here since Monday when the incident happened.
Okay.
What they've been doing basically is to help with crowd control and provide security around this area.
That's really what they're doing?
Yes, that's actually what they're doing.
Okay, so it's the Air Force. What about the Army?
The Army, yes, some personnel have been here since the Monday, and they've been doing basically the same thing.
Okay.
They're not first responders, so the first responders are actually firemen, are actually team from Lasema and NEMA. Those are front responders. Those are frontline responders. The military, the police are not frontline responders. They're just helping
for security reasons, right?
With whatever they can do around.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing, Emmanuel. Every time, and I think that this goes for all of us, when we look at the TV, all we see is one caterpillar. How many caterpillars are actually there on site?
Okay, so with the number of caterpillars here on site, as at Tuesday morning, we had 4.
4 caterpillars.
I made a video and sent that at us. We had 4. The governor yesterday said there are about 9.
Okay.
I knew that they brought in extras. There were some that were docile. There were some that could not enter mainly into
because the drive is very narrow.
Yes, because they had tires. They were not the usual iron kind of wheels that others have.
Yeah.
So if they should come into the building collapse proper, what's going to happen is that the ions, the debris from the building collapse is going to affect the vehicle and immobilize the vehicle at that very point. So those that had those chain tires had to go inside while the others just be on standby. I think waiting for this moment whereby they move the debris to an extent and then they can move things from there into the vehicles.
Okay.
But for now, what I can see from outside, it's about 3. But since we're having an on-the-spot assessment, what I'm trying to do right now is to go in and then give you a count of the number of caterpillars right now on site. Yesterday, the governor had said 9. They had some on standby while some are walking. And I'm just trying to see how I can go in and give you a total number of the ones I could see right now. I know that they have some, not all of them are functioning at the same time.
Right.
I am aware of that.
Right. Are you able to see? Are you going closer?
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here. Are you going? Yes. Are you going closer? Are you able to see more?
Yes, I'm trying to go in.
So as you're walking, what has the response been like to the press out there from the families?
Okay, so from the very first day, when we came here on the first day, the family were very hostile to us. The family was very hostile to us. Sorry. Family was very hostile. Family was very hostile to us. They didn't want to speak to us. They were shunning all cameramen. We kept trying to tell them that, we're trying to put your stories out there. But some of them weren't listening to us. But we had some exceptions.
Right.
Okay, we had some exceptions. And then on Wednesday, where there was protest by some of the family members, it got them to speak to us. We began having one-on-one conversations with them. They began opening up to us. Most of them started turning up to us to get their story heard, because at that very point in time they felt like they were being neglected. So that was where we started getting personal stories out to start identifying some of the victims of the building collapse.
So what is the general thing they're saying, the families, that is?
Well, the families just want closure. and what they want is just to be able to identify their dead relatives or try and find out if their relatives are dead or alive. I just spoke with a man, one of the family members, just now, just before this call came in, and he was still at a loss if his brother is alive or dead. Okay. So he said he had he got information. He called the brother's line, and somebody picked and said that he was retrieved from the collapse building, and he has been taken to the hospital. And the person was with his phone and only held his phone so that he can contact the family members. But he has searched, he has gone to the morgue, and he's back at the help desk, and he doesn't know if his brother is alive or dead, and it's just in between. And that is one of the things that is affecting, the family members more here, because they don't know. That stage of ignorance, that stage of confusion is getting to them, and is making them agitated at every point in time. The families were really, really agitated until the governor came and addressed the situation the day before yesterday.
What was their response to the governor?
Well, the response to the governor was that same day everywhere was peaceful, quiet. We had them trying to confront soldiers, had them trying to confront the policemen, including rescue workers, shouting and saying they were not doing their jobs enough. But after the address by the governor made provision for a help desk for them. Then they brought in their mobile toilet, and they told them that, oh, don't worry. The governor met some of them one-on-one and had personal conversations with them. Good. So he empathized with them, and this got to them. And, and they relaxed, and they've been very relaxed. Even the ones that have been coming, that have been trying to get across to the governor, they've been given access, while the governor is here, while he addressed press, they've been given access to the governor. So this has really gotten to them and really made them calm, and it has made them not agitated as they were previously.
Okay, now yesterday, I believe the body of Femi Oshibono was brought out of the wreckage, right?
Yeah.
Right. What was the response? What was the feeling like in the area at that time?
Feeling in the area.
Yeah. So the families, did they know that it was his body that was being brought out?
I didn't get that.
Did anybody know when Femi Oshibono's body was brought out of that wreckage? Yeah.
Okay.
Did anybody know that it was his body that was being brought out?
That was injured.
That was coming out. That was being brought out of the wreckage. The owner, the developer. When the developer's body was brought out of the wreckage yesterday.
So the thing is this. On that account, I can only say that the people that can confirm that as of now are actually the family members.
Right. Oh, we've lost Emmanuel. Yes, we've lost Emmanuel. I believe we have. Yeah, I believe we've lost Emmanuel. The line. Network, let me read out the lines. You've heard the latest update from my colleague who is on site. Emmanuel, the female only line is 01465 7190. The general line is 0700 993 993 993. And the WhatsApp line is 0809 597 5805. I still have Chinwe here with me. Chinwe, how did you feel listening to that? Go ahead.
You could see the goose dimple on all over my body, because we are talking of human beings. All life matters.
All life matters.
Somebody called in here, one friend, and said his friend, a plumber, went in there for the first time, and that's the last.
Yeah.
Except we take life serious. I don't know why we feel that we can actually do away with any life.
Okay, hold on. We have Emmanuel back. Yeah. Excuse me a second, Chinwe. Hello, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you hear me? Uh-oh. The network is playing silly beggars with us. Emmanuel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Right, you were saying, remember I was asking you that what was the What was the response? What was the feeling? What was the reaction? I think that's the correct word I'm looking for.
So what really got people to understand or gave people the idea that his body was brought out is because to an extent some families were given access into the compound to wait for the to just observe the rescue process.
Right.
Some families, and they've been keeping vigil here since Monday that it happened. And I personally had contact with one the sister to the deceased man, the deceased owner, the deceased Ibona, and they were waiting, and they kept waiting inside of the building. Even when the governor when the governor came around, and everybody was being sent away, far away, they had the advantage to just stay somewhere cool inside, and they were even approached by the governor.
This is the family of the developer, you're saying?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So, yesterday, when it came out that they were, I heard that some persons observed them crying and moving out of the place slowly, which gave a tip off that
must have been his body.
Obviously, his body has been recovered.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Now, right now, you've had families, like you said, that have been there since Monday. Are they sleeping there?
If they're still here?
Yeah, do they sleep there?
Yes, they do. Some of them...
so who is catering for them? Is the state catering for them? Have they given them blankets? How are they sleeping in the rain?
Well, some of them leave late at night. Some of them just hang around. Some of them sleep in vehicles, buses. The states actually cannot cater for all of them, without identifying who they really are. I think that is one of the reasons why the help desk was created.
Right.
So that it can actually identify who the families of these persons are. Like yesterday, while the governor was here, one of the things that happened was that came to Abuja and had approached the governor on Tuesday and told the governor his predicament and that he wanted to see his 18-year-old son.
Yes,
I saw that. Was trapped in the building, And yesterday, when he raised his issue again to the governor said that a temporary accommodation should be made available for him to stay around. So I think the government wants to provide.
Right.
I think the government wants to provide. Then they don't know everybody.
They don't know who's who.
Come forward.
Yes.
Now, I'm still trying to reach out to the families to see if the government is providing any form of support to them aside the counseling and medical services right now.
Yeah.
To know if they are being given any form of accommodation while they wait out and they are yet to identify the corpse of their relatives, because some of them really travel from outside the state. We have Abuja. This morning we had somebody from Benue. We have somebody from Ibadan, just like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I wanted to ask you, did you get to see how many tractors were in there? Were you able to get close enough?
No, we're being restricted from going in. Like I said earlier, the media is being restricted from going in. If you want to go in to get this form of information, you need special permission. And since I didn't prepare much about it, I'm still trying to see if I can get. Let me see if I can get to.
Before we go, because I'm being told we've only got a few minutes left, a couple of minutes. Is there any family member near you that would like to talk to us that we could speak to?
Okay, that would speak to us
Yes, right now.
Okay, let me try and get someone.
Yeah, that would be great, please.
Right now.
Yes.
Just hold on a minute. Okay, so I have a family here, family member here, and I'm trying to see how I can get him.
Okay, can you give us his name, please? Before. Listeners, I will take your call after Emmanuel. Yes?
Family member, your name is John, right?
Yeah, my name is John.
Okay, so we have a family member of one of those that are trapped, and he's trying to actually find his cousin brother, right?
Yeah.
The cousin brother. So we have him here
Hello, John.
You speak with us. Hello, John.
Hello.
John, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You're speaking to a female. My name is Ireti. I'm speaking to you from Nigeria Info and Down for Conversations. Okay. My heart goes out to you. Tell us about your family member that you're waiting to hear about, please.
Okay, my my cousin, the exact guy that I lost is my cousin, which his name is David. He work in Abuja. He work with this aluminium. He do aluminium work.
Right.
Which they give him this contract to come and do it here in Lagos at Ikoyi. So he came here. We have been talking to him. We do chat. He told me that he came here, but I did not see him face to face when he came, due to the work I do. So on the 1st of November, I called him, but he did not pick my call. At about 9 minutes after 1. And later on, at about 12 minutes after 1, I saw his missed call, I swear. But I keep my phone inside and come outside to carry something. Which when I go inside, I discover his missed call. Then, I miss it. So within a short period of time, I have been trying his number, and the number was not going on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, so later on, I learned that the building collapsed at Ikoyi. And they told me the building that collapsed is where my cousin is working. I said, how come? I have just called my cousin phone. He missed my call, and he called me. I also missed his call. How come they telling me that the building collapsed and it's where he come to work? So, on Tuesday,
yes,
I take permission to the people I'm working with, and they allow me. I told them that, okay, this is what happened. They told me that the building, where my cousin brother is working, the building collapsed. So they allow me to come and check. Because my family relatives were calling me that, okay, I am the one close, so I will be the one to go around and confirm what happened. Of course. So when I came, they told me that they have taken somebody to General Hospitals at CMS. So I learned there to confirm whether he's one among the people that they take there. But I can't even see him. Because they showed me the place where the people were undergoing treatment. And he wasn't among them. So from there, I tried his number again, and his phone rings. Somebody picked the call and told me that my brother was inside the building that collapsed. I said, how come? So where is he? He said they have taken him to the hospital. So where is the hospital? They said, no. I said, I have been going to CMS. I went to that hospital, but I can't see him. So where is the hospital they take him? They say, no. Even him, he doesn't know where they take him until he will send me the number of the manager that came with them to work for me to confirm from here, and he will be the one to direct me to the hospital that takes me. So he sent me the number, and I contacted this man, and he told me that, okay, it has Yaba, there's a particular hospital at Yaba, IGH. So I went to IGH, and those people on the gate, the security cannot allow me to go inside. They say they did not allow anybody to see anything there. So I said, okay, is it true that they take some people here? They say yes. I said, those people that they take, are they alive or they're dead? They say they only take dead people here. They don't take people that are alive in that particular place. I said, so I have an evidence here to prove. I have my cousin's picture. So if they can allow me at least to see him, they say no, they can't allow me. So from there, I came back.
So have you been able? So has anybody been able to tell you if they've got your cousin's body or if he's in a hospital?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, has anybody been able to confirm to you if your cousin is one of the people that have been brought out?
Yes, because
have any of the authorities?
There's a guy that came to work with him, which was not inside the building when the building collapsed.
Right.
And he told me that when they removed them from the building, he carried his phone and his wallet in order to confirm, to call the family to tell them that this is what happened. So he was the one that gave me information that they have taken him to that hospital.
So has anybody from Lagos State actually confirmed to you yet?
Yes, John? I am here. Like as I'm speaking with you, I am here at the where the building collapsed with my uncle and my cousin mom.
Okay. And they've told you where your cousin's body is?
They say they have taken the body, but they did not show me. We haven't seen anything.
What's your cousin's name? What's your cousin's name again? What's his name, your cousin?
His name is David O'Hare.
David, tell us about David. What was he like? What kind of a person was he?
You say?
What kind of a person was David? Tell us about David.
He's a very humble someone. He's a very young guy. You understand?
How old?
He's about 25 years.
Right. And his mom? How many children? How many siblings? Does he have any brothers and sisters?
He's the only son. He always has daughters and sisters.
Okay.
The only son.
He's the only son.
Mm.
And how is his mom? Have you spoken to his mom?
You say?
Have you spoken to your auntie, his mom? Have you spoken to her?
Yes, I have spoken with her. She's here with me.
She's there. Can we speak to her?
No, she can't.
She cannot speak.
She's somehow far because according when we came here, they said there is a form which we have to fill. So they are there giving the information as well.
Okay.
Okay, so the mom can't speak English.
Okay.
She can't speak English.
Okay.
So that's why we're not giving her the phone to speak.
Okay.
Right
Is
now.
his dad is his dad there?
I didn't get that.
Is David's dad there with you? Is he at the site, the dad?
No,
or is he
he's
just
not
the
here
mom?
with us.
Okay.
It's just the mom.
It's just the mom and John.
And an uncle.
And there's an uncle there.
Yes,
Can we
there's an
speak to the uncle?
He's actually granting a press interview.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Let me speak to John again, please.
Okay, John.
Hello.
John. Yeah. So, if you have any message, if you were in front of the governor right now, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
If you were in front of the governor of Lagos State right now, what would you say? What would you want him to hear?
But I'll come again. I can't.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right. If the governor of Lagos State is in front of you now, what message do you want to give to him?
Honestly, I will tell him openly that, because I learned that the building was, they allowed the owner of the building to build about 15-story building. And he extended to 21. So that means I don't know who authorized him to extend to that. So I will tell the governor of Lagos State that I am not happy because had there been a sound firm on this, that very particular man would have not extended that building up to that level. Because it is because of that extent, the heaviness of the building that made the building collapse. You understand?
Yes.
So I would tell him right there that I'm not happy with what just happened. You know?
Did David have any children? Was he married?
Hello?
Was he married, David? Was David married? Did he have any children?
Had children? No,
David,
no.
It was not.
As soon as he's secondary school and he's trying to look for something, to be able to further his education.
Wow, he wanted to go to university. John, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Can you hear us?
Okay.
I am so sorry about what has happened to David.
Okay.
Our soul, our hearts goes to you and his mom. Please say sorry to his mom on behalf of Nigeria Info, on behalf of my guest Chinwe, my producer, on behalf of me. Please say sorry to her. We send our love. We're going to keep her in our prayers. Okay? And by the grace of God, David's soul will not go in vain. Something will happen.
And Lily, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
The mom told me that she can't go empty-handed. You understand? She will go with her son. She wants to see him.
Wow. Okay. All right.
She cannot go. She cannot leave and go.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We have to get off the line. And thank you so much, John, for giving us the time. Thank you. Emmanuel, thank you for your excellent report. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Stay safe there.
Okay.
All right. Bye. Yeah. There's no dry high in the house. Lagos, the number to call is 01465 7190. I can't even read anymore. Our time is now up. I can't answer your call. I wish you well. I wish you a good weekend. Let me let Chinwe close up very quickly. You got 30 seconds, Chinwe.
Just appealing to the government to do the right thing this time around.
Yeah.
And let's not forget those that lost their loved ones there.
Yeah.
The families, they are human beings.
They're human beings.
Like us.
Thank you.
So let's do something for them.
Thank you. And this is an appeal to you, Governor Sanwo-Olu. If there's the one thing, apart from that panel, the one thing you can do right is to ensure those who are responsible for this manslaughter, murder, whatever, reckless endangerment, is to ensure they go to jail. They must stand trial. We've had too many tragedies in Lagos. We do not want a cover-up. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Once again, Lagos, be well, be safe. May we all wake up every day and never get on that famished road that take lives. With all my love to you, have a good weekend. Bye.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.